Did you know that Estetica now has heat-friendly fibers? They just released a number of styles in heat-friendly fibers, and I am wearing one of them. This is Vale from Estetica in the color 1488RT8, a beautiful rooted blonde. I am such a fan of heat-friendly fibers on short styles. They are my preference. I think that they're very realistic looking and they don't have the same shine that regular synthetic fibers can have. And so I'm so excited that Estetica now carries some. And I'm going to tell you all about Vale right now. My name is Denise. I'm also known as Hey Wig Sister on Instagram and Facebook. I'm partnering with name brand Wigs. They sent me Vale. I actually reached out and asked them if there were any of the new heat-friendly wigs that Estetica just released that they would like reviewed, because I would love to show these fibers to my wig sisters, and they sent Vale, and I'm so excited. I was terrified of heat-friendly fibers in the very beginning of my wig wearing journey. I'd heard a lot of really negative things, but after 5.5 years, what I've learned is if the wig is above shoulder length, heat-friendly fibers are no more difficult to care for than regular synthetic fibers, but they come with some benefits, and one of those benefits is lack of shine. They just look so realistic and so much like human hair. So if you've never tried heat-friendly fibers and you, like me, are afraid of them, just keep in mind short styles like this, perfect for heat-friendly fibers. And given the choice of any type of fiber on a wig, including human hair, I would choose heat-friendly fibers every single time for a wig this short. They're just so great. And I'm so grateful to name brand Wigs. Please show them a little love. Visit their website the next time you're in the market for a new piece. I have a 30% off coupon code that will save you 30% on most brands, including Estetica. And they're just so supportive of the wig wearing community. They send me a lot of wigs to review at great cost to them, and I'm so grateful. I never could buy a wig if I couldn't see a review on it first. I'm sure many of you feel the same. We just can't learn enough about these pieces from a product page on the website. So it's wonderful that they're willing to do this. Let's take a look at Vale from all sides. I can't fluff up the back because it's so short in the back. The first thing I would like to mention is the nape length on this piece is 1.5 inches. And when you see those measurements on the product page on the website, the nape refers to this right here, this very bottom. So what's attached to the bottom of the wig. And I always say anything under 2 inches, you really should be aware of your hairline to know if you're going to get good enough coverage with anything less than that. Now, this also has a longer layer in the front, so you can see we've got quite the asymmetrical cut here. So this side is very short and this side is quite long. So the fringe right here is 7 inches in total. I am 8 inches from hairline to chin, so that really does match up to my measurements. All my measurements are always in the description below, but it's really helpful for you to know not just your circumference measurement, not just your front to nape and ear to ear, but this measurement, maybe even this measurement if you wear bangs, and you could even go so far as to kind of measure from here, from like the bottom of your chin to your maybe collarbone. That way, when you see length measurements on the website, you can get a sense of where that wig will fall on you, or you can compare to mine or any other reviewer that includes her measurements in the description, so you can kind of get a sense. Because one of the biggest challenges watching these reviews, if you're built substantially differently than I am, these wigs are going to look different on you. I have a local friend who is about 9 inches shorter than I am, and she really has no neck. So when I put a wig on that's just below my chin or maybe even at my chin, it pretty much touches her shoulders. That's really surprising when you purchase a wig based on a review, so know how your measurements. This is really quite a short piece, but it does have sass and some layers. If you don't love this and you're not comfortable cutting wigs on your own, this tucks behind the ear really easily. And so if you want to kind of tuck and make it a lot more sleek, you can absolutely do that. And then you don't have to have a long piece hanging down. Personally, for me, I would take some like 𝘠𝑬𝑠 piece out cream, and I would really make this all sort of pieced out and spiky, and I would probably tuck that piece behind my ear. The beauty of some of these pieces, styling them, product, just how you wear that wig can be so unique and personal to you, so it doesn't have to look the same on you as it might on someone else because of your choices for how you wear it. I have a video showing how I use 𝘠𝑬𝑠 Peace Out Cream and other products to style short wigs. I'll make sure that video is linked below, but of course I have to pull out a headband when I'm showing a short wig, because one of the things that really helped me get used to wearing short wigs was the ability to wear headbands and to style them. So if you're struggling and maybe there's too much volume on a wig, or you're just not super comfortable, it feels really wiggy to you just because you're not used to it, putting a headband on like this will really help a ton. It helps the wig to feel a little bit more natural and normal, like you would style your bio hair, you can also style your wig. So I strongly recommend picking up a few of these cloth covered headbands. I'll link my Amazon list below so you can see all of my favorite headbands, but I've heard that you can probably get them at like Walgreens or Target, so if you don't want to shop online, you can certainly look other places. These cloth covered headbands are perfect because they stay in place but they don't squeeze my head, so I just love the flexibility of styling with a headband or clips with a short wig especially. Now on the website it says this is a kind of a medium or a moderate density. You know, it really seems like a light density to me, and it might just be because of how short it is and how many layers are in here. This does not have any traditional Permatease. There's a little bit of crimpy fibers. I can kind of feel them right here and like right at the crown, but it's a really light coating. It's not super heavy, super poofy. It's really not adding a ton of volume to the top of this piece. So if you're someone who kind of likes to get in there and get big hair, you're not getting a lot of volume in this one just because the Permatease is so light, and the density in my opinion is pretty light as well. So you can get just a little bit. It is not 100% flat, but you're not getting a ton of really big hair out of it. And this piece does have a lace front and a monopart. So let's look at that lace front. It's kind of odd. Right here, this is it. From here to here. That's all the lace that you get. So if you like to kind of pull the whole front up and clip it up, this one you're not really going to be able to do that with because there is no lace over here. So I think the way that they've cut this style suits that kind of minuscule microscopic lace front, but it's definitely important to be aware you're going to want to keep that side of the hair down if, you know, that's how you like to wear your hair. So here is the tiny little lace front, and then that's straight into the left monopart, so left going over to the right. We've got ear tabs, not the soft material over them with bendable stays. We do have a soft nape. Now Estetica is very well known for having open ear tabs and open napes. So this one doesn't match their typical cap style. So also keep that in mind if you are familiar with how Estetica typically makes their wigs. The rest of this is open wefted. I will also say this wig is running small. Now Estetica is known for being a brand where their caps run bigger than average. So I have a list on my website of, in general, how the major manufacturers run, and Estetica is one that tends to run bigger. This is not big. I've got no extra cap. This is fitting me like it was made for my head. I have my measurements below. I have a 21¼ circumference, and I always forget, but I think I'm 12¼ from ear to ear and 12½ from front to nape. So I do have a pretty petite head, and this is fitting me perfectly. So if you usually wear Estetica wigs because they do run bigger, this one is not running big at all. I would be very, very cautious. It has a little bit of stretch, but it's running, I mean, I can't stress enough how perfectly this wig fits me. And I usually have a lot of room in average cap wigs. Estetica wigs especially, I always have to cinch them way in, and I always have to wear a wig grip, and still they feel a little big on me. This, no wig grip at all. I could just throw this and go, so important to know that. To summarize, I do love that Estetica now has some heat-friendly fibers, and this piece, if you like sassy, choppy, definitely some kind of blunt chops here, short styles, and you can wear a cap that is running just a little bit small, I would absolutely put this one on your list. Like I said, I can't wait to play with her. I am absolutely going to put some styling cream in this one, you know, maybe play with some clips, because for summer, this is the perfect length for me. I worked super hard to get used to short wigs so that I would have some other options in the summer, and I really do gravitate toward wigs that don't lay on my neck and are not heavy permatease and somewhat light density, and I think this one really does fit the bill on all of those things. So really cute, great style. Let's talk about color. 1488RT8. RT in the Estetica line of wigs means rooted. So this has an 8 root, which is a medium brown root. So we've got a dark blonde, that's the 14. So on the color chart, the number 12 is a light brown, the number 14 is a dark blonde. I do have a color chart on my website to help you understand the codes. So the dark blonde base, and then the 88 is the highlight, that is a light blonde, almost white. This is a very neutral color. You can see it's a little bit darker at the nape over there, and all of those blonde highlights really brightens up this color. And that root right there is so perfect for me because I have naturally dark brown hair that is very ashy and gray now, and so I can blend my hair with this wig because of the color blend. So if you have darker hair, a rooted color is going to not only look more natural to you, but it's also going to look more natural if your bio hair shows. And I leave that part of my bio hair long. I buzz everything else because I like to blend it with my wigs. It helps with tucking. It just really helps make the wig look really natural because it's seamless on the sides because my hair is there. And this root helps so much, and also with darker eyebrows. And I think this is a really kind of a neutral color. It isn't yellow. It isn't super warm. It's not really looking gray, not in any lighting at all. So I wouldn't call this ashy, but it's a great kind of neutral, somewhat leaning warm blonde. So it's really accessible, I think, to a lot of people. And if you're afraid of some blondes looking a little gray, that's not going to be your experience with this one. So great. Such a great color for me. Let's get outside so you can see this color outside. Thank you once again to Name Brand Wigs. Don't forget about them. Next time you're in the market for a piece, just check them out and maybe see if they've got something for you. I do appreciate all of you watching my videos and the support that you give me. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to ask. I'll talk to you in my next video. Here's this color. Hopefully I won't shake the phone too bad. It's colder out here than I thought it would be. I should have worn a jacket. I'm kind of cold. So pretty. Just love this color, this root, the blonde on the ends. Pretty overcast, but hopefully you're getting a good sense of it. Can't wait to put some product in this and play with it. Have a good day. Hey friends, thanks so much for watching. Here are a few videos I think you might enjoy. Go ahead and click on one and watch.